Hello, it is I. So it's time for me to unhaul some things. It's time. First of all, I am all done with Sarah J. Maas. I think that I've read it all. I know there will be more, but I've lost steam. I have done all that I can do with Sarah J. Maas. I've used her for those Tinder videos and they were a lot of fun. We've had some laughs. We've had some tears over her using some choice words, penises. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of all of my Sarah J. Maas books because I'm never gonna reread them. I thought I would, but I have completely lost all steam to do so. And even though I actually really liked this, Rhysand went so downhill so quickly I'm really not cool with the whole idea of just the imperialism. Rhys being High King, it's fucking weird to me. I'm definitely never gonna reread. So yeah, I'm all done with Sarah J. Maas. So my entire stack, it's gonna go to a little free library and somebody's really gonna love it and I'm happy for them. Actually, Carlos is still reading them right now, but he's reading them on audio. He has thoughts and I'm glad that we can finally converse about them together. But that's about as far as I go with Miss Sarah from now on. The next one I'm going to unhaul is Serpent and Dove. I just don't care. I had a lot of fun when I read this, but it has not sat with me well, and I think that it has a lot of valid criticisms, and I just have no desire to pick up the rest of the trilogy. I think the last one's coming out next month. No interest. Just, it's all gone. I have a special cover because this came in a book box, and I was really excited about it and I really enjoyed reading it, and now I'm all done. So it needs to go to a home where it can be enjoyed. This is goodbye. This was awful. This was awful. I can't even tell you how pointless this was. This did not deserve to be published. The Hunger Games is one of the best series, the best YA series, the best series of all time. It really put dystopian on a whole nother level that will never be matched again, in my opinion. But this is getting unhauled. The next one is one I just read recently, I think like a month ago. Home After Dark, Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. This is a haunted house story, sort of, but it had a lot of like calls to The Haunting of Hill House, which I liked initially, but then I found the rest of it boring and stupid, so it's gonna go. I hope that somebody else really enjoys it. I have many free little libraries in my area, so do I have a lot of books that are going places? I do. The next one is the entire Falconer trilogy, which includes 2 paperbacks and 1 hardcover. This was enjoyable. I liked it when I read it. I don't see myself rereading it, and I feel bad having it on my shelf when I know that I'm not going to reread it, and I don't want to feel the sense of guilt anymore. This is like pitched as Buffy with Faye, and I think that somebody else will have a really fun time with it. I laughed, I cried, I had fun. It's steampunk at first, but then it kind of gets less steampunky. It's a good series. I liked it. I like the way it ended. It's solid. It's like 3.5 all the way around, but it's not something I'm going to reread. The next is one that I did for Feminist AF Book Club. I really enjoyed this one. However, I again don't see myself rereading it, and I got everything I could out of it. I had tabbed it, but I untabbed it to unhaul it. And this is about there is a girl whose mother dies, and then she gets an abortion, and how that abortion affects her and her friends and her community. And I think that it was really smart, it was really well written, it was really enjoyable. If you want to hear mine, Chanel, and Nitty's thoughts, I will put the link down. What is my cat playing with? What are you doing? Ma'am? I will put the link to the live show down below. I think it was a great book, and I hope that somebody else reads it and enjoys it. I own this. I have watched the movie. It was fine. I'm never gonna read this. I think my husband bought this actually, and I know he's never gonna read it either, so somebody else will get a lot out of this, maybe. Could be. I don't know for sure. I've never actually read it, so who knows. This is a hard one because I got this as a gift, and I really liked it, but like, I think that I'm actually going to give this to a friend's daughter because it's so good, and I think it's such a great way of exploring feminist concepts through different media and different outlets like art and poetry and things. I feel bad because like I think that somebody else could, like a younger person, like my friend's kids, my friend's daughters, could get more out of it than I will by rereading it. So I want this to be passed on to a good home. So that's where it's going. The next one I do not care about. This is Her Body, Our Laws, which I think I got for my husband as a gift last year for my birthday. I read it. This is the worst reproductive rights book I have read. I mean, it's only like 2.5 stars. The point that she was trying to make is how laws affect people with uteruses from Oklahoma to El Salvador, and I felt like that got lost along the way. And I don't feel like she made that point. But the worst part about it for me was that it was dedicated to the women she met who run a CPC. And I checked out that CPC, and they do spread medical falsehoods. So dedicating your reproductive rights book to them is a choice. No thank you. Again, SJM. Wow, this thing is a brick. I was so excited about this. I inhaled it over the course of like 3 days. And I felt like it was kind of a womp womp end of a series. So I'm sad that this time in my life is over, because when I was reading these I was really enjoying them, but now in hindsight I'm like, ooh, have some critiques. Okay, I don't know where the rest of them are, but this is one in the 100th Queen series. I don't think so. I don't think that this is for me. I've read a lot of bad reviews from people I trust, and I don't think so. So I'm going to put these in the little free library. I don't know. I feel weird about like the henna on the cover, knowing that this was written by a white woman. I have something about this is feeling weird to me, and I don't think it's a good idea. So not for me, and I don't want to read anything that might be culturally appropriating. I don't want to have to make a rant review. No thank you. This one is a little beat up because my son spilled water on it, but this is my copy of Scythe. I like the first book, but I know that the series goes downhill, and I didn't love the characters enough to be like willing to sit through it going downhill. So I'd rather just pass this off, and hopefully it lands in the hands of a teen who will love it. So I was hoping I would like this, but I read chapter 1 and I know I'm not going to. Books about music just are always a miss for me. I don't like it. Whatever I love about music does not translate onto page. This is about the sister of Mozart, right? Yeah, and I think that that's really cool, but it's not for me, and I think that somebody else will. Again, I'm saying the same shit over and over. Not for me. What is even the name of this? Crown of Oblivion by Julie Eschbau. This is the actual cover, and then this is the cover that came in the book box I got, and it's beautiful. I have lost interest in reading this. It's about like a girl who, I think she like works for a princess, and then she gets sent to go compete, I think, for her life. And I haven't heard good things again from people I trust, so I'm not going to. I just don't want to read a book and be like, this could be more than 3 stars. Oh, it ended up being 3 stars. Like I'm actively trying to avoid that experience. So no thank you. Oh, period power. So I did read this, and I was going to do a full review. I had underlined the utter shit out of this. I had tabbed it. I was ready. And then I found out that Nadia Okamoto, the author, stole ideas from other people, particularly Black women in the period justice movement, and that was shitty. And then I read a book that she actually references in here, and Nadia copied and pasted things from that book, and I was so mad when I figured that out. I'm going to just donate this. I hope that it goes to somebody who can learn stuff from it, who may not otherwise learn about the period justice movement and about period poverty and things like that, but I'm very disappointed in her. Oh, here's the 100th Queen. Yeah, so something about this just is not sitting right with me, and I don't think that this is going to be the series for me. So it's getting donated. And then The Last Name Sarah by Kristen Ciccarelli. It's not that I'm not interested in this last one. It's that it sounds good, but not great, and I'm just not looking to keep books that are mediocre. I don't want to have a 3-star reading experience. I want to really love everything I'm reading. So I'm just not willing to keep things that I don't think I'm going to be obsessed with. So it's been on my shelf for probably 4 years at this point. It's time for it to go so that it can find an owner who will cherish it, as I have not. So that's the last one. Alright, that is everything I am unhauling. Leave me some comments down below. Let me know what you unhauled this month. And like, subscribe. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!